Hello everyone. Today we're going to be listening to some music over my gameplay of Minecraft, but I'm also going to be talking about a few things because I've been going through a lot lately and I feel like I'm changing, but I'm in the middle of changing. Basically, I'm in a transitionary period internally and it really hurts. I'll just say that. It really hurts. I'm stressed because of real life things. Both of them are self-inflicted. Well, there aren't two things, right? They're both self-inflicted and also just life handing me lemons. And, you know, as the saying goes, when you get lemons, you make lemonade, right? But what happens when those lemons are rotten? That's what I'm wondering. How can you make lemonade from rotten oranges? Lemons, not oranges. I just started this world. This is supposed to be my forever world. I really like magic and engineering, so this blended the two in a way that I liked, but it also remained vanilla enough for me to have like a very minimal but also very nuanced experience. And that's why I'm playing this mod pack right now. I don't even know why I'm here. I have enough wood. Regardless, there's a lot that I want to talk about, and I'm going to be voicing it out. There won't be a script. I'm probably going to be making a lot of cuts, just so that, I don't know, I can have something. Just something out there. I don't know. Basically, I'm going through a transitionary period, like I said, and this period is like a cocoon. I'm in a metamorphosis. I'm basically just waiting and doing whatever I feel at the moment. So right now, like this video, I feel like making this video because I wanted to create content, but I didn't know what to make in the first place. And I figured I'd just talk because I've been so hard on myself. I've been very, very hard on myself, but it's only natural. As I present myself in my videos, I'm not exactly calm, nor am I exactly always happy or content, and I don't have the answer for everything. I'm just a nobody on the internet. I mean, that much is true. You can see my subscriber count. But I have big ambitions. The problem is that I've had big ambitions for 25 years, with little to show for it. I struggle with self-sabotage and perfectionism. Everybody does that, right? Well, everybody has a different flavor. And mine is especially difficult. Not to say that anybody else's is less difficult, no. It's to say that I have so much internal change, and I'm going through even more internal change, but I'm getting to a point where I'm asking myself, how much more internal change do I need before I actually get results? Internal change is just the prelude, the prologue. When do I actually get anything done? And when I was asking myself that, I look at my YouTube channel just to check up on it, just to see like what I can do or whatever. I don't know, it came up. YouTube Studio came up in my head. I checked it without any particular reason. It was on a whim. It was on a whim. And last time I checked my last video, it was like 0 or 1 view. Now it's 60. And I'm not trying to say that's impressive, but I'm trying to articulate how that affects me, how this affected me mentally. So let me start with my frustrations right now about being a nobody. Right now I'm frustrated about not being seen. I'm frustrated about the little money I have, and I'm frustrated about the life that I have. And that's not to say my life sucks. I very much enjoy my life. I love being me, myself, and I love being in my home. I love cooking. I love working at my job. I love these things. I have a passion for my life. But because I have such a burning passion for my life, I also have a burning passion for its success. I'm trying to make a farm here because since there's already water here, I get to be lazy. Laziness. It's something that I struggle with too. But the problem is that laziness can be reframed as efficiency. I'm a very efficient person, or at least I would like to think I am. But a lot of the times I hold myself back from efficiency because of my urgency. Urgency is not the same as efficiency. very, very few moments in anybody's life has cleverness been accompanied with setbacks or delays. So I self-sabotage a lot, and I keep finding excuses for why I can't do something. Like right now, I wasn't supposed to make this video, but here I am, talking into the microphone, doing another Minecraft gameplay video. But it's not really a gameplay video, is it? It's me talking about what I'm going through, and that's my issue. I spend so much time self-reflecting, internalizing and digesting, but my action is never there. Yet I'm so full of urgency. I remain stagnant, yet internally I am rushing, chaotic, turbulent even. And that's very contradictory. But one thing about me that I've noticed is that everything about me is contradictory. Let me preface this in a way that... let me explain this in a way that can sufficiently function as an analogy. I was born on the day of the beginning that has already passed and the end that is yet to be seen. So in limbo, I'm always nestled between. That means I'm constantly feeling multiple things at once. I'm constantly thinking multiple things at once. And I always try to combine two opposing forces, whether it be through my thinking, through my opinions, through how I live life. As a basis, my essence is duality. But that doesn't mean balance, and it's supposed to mean balance. So I guess my existence on a philosophical level, or a pretentious level even, is harmonizing two opposing forces constantly, both within myself and externally. And that's why I talked about this mod pack, because this mod pack fuses magic and engineering. I have the Create mod, and I have, I think Ars Nouveau, yeah, Forbidden and Arcanus, Create Craft Editions, Ars Nouveau, yeah, there it is, there's Ars. And there's Quark, Reliquary, Applied Energistics. It's a mod pack meant for both magic and engineering. Two seemingly opposing forces. One's logical and concrete. The other one is magical and more freeform. But both have their own flavor of order and freedom. It's just about finding them. And that's why I chose this mod pack, because I wanted something that could brush upon both flavors. Because I like variety, and that's another issue I have. I always want variety, but as a creator, you gotta niche down at least a little bit. And I can leverage my personality, but growth like that is stagnant. It's not efficient, and that's frustrating, because I have a lot of urgency within me. Despite my very calm nature, my very calm exterior, it's only like that because I worked so hard to be like that. I worked very hard to be calm and to be as self-reflective as I am right now, because events in my life have taught me that I need to be this way. Or at least, it's the only way that seems to be working right now. I'm frustrated with my lack of success, despite all of the internal work that I've done. And it makes sense. I'm able to articulate the thoughts right now. I'm able to identify things very quickly, and I'm able to multitask like this. Talk into a microphone and play Minecraft. What other frustrations am I dealing with? Oh, right. I'm frustrated about how I'm not completing the goals that I want to complete. I'm always taking first steps, but I never seem to manage the second, the third, or so on. I've spent 25 years taking first steps, and I was about to take another first step, but I feel like this is the second step finally. This video is the second step. I feel like the first step was absolutely my video of why I vanished. That video was me talking in earnest about how I feel about content creation. It was a video talking about how I was constantly trying to clout chase, trying to be somebody that I'm not. And you know, I wasn't being inauthentic. I was genuinely doing the things that I enjoyed, but the problem is that I was doing things format first and myself second. And the problem is that I can't keep trying to box myself into a format because I'm not a format. I'm not a consistent uploader. I don't fit anywhere because I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to do things in the moment that I feel like doing when I want to do them. And I'm a diligent worker. If I like something, I'll break myself to get it done. Like now, I'm doing everything I can to fight every little pull away from this video to do something that's more efficient. Because in my eyes, or in my head at least, I'm thinking, who would want to listen to me talk? Everything I talk about is surface level. If it's not relating to myself, then I don't really have much to say. Because most of my life has been just playing video games. I don't know much about politics. I don't know much about psychology. I don't have the answers to a lot of things. I almost know nothing at all. But why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I am the jack of all trades and master of none, who's lamenting about how he's specialized in nothing, and even though he's the jack of all trades, he's still not good at anything. I know basic levels of a few things. I'm neither good nor am I specialized in any of them. And yes, it takes work. Yes, it takes time. But how come it's taking me 25 years, and for somebody else it takes them 17? Or for somebody else it takes them 3 years? Paths aren't linear, I know that, but I'm sick of my path being stagnant. And events in my life, my frustrations with my life in real life, okay? My finances, some legal trouble I've recently landed upon. I'll be fine, okay? I'll be fine, but I'm stressed. I'm being tested, and I can handle it, but it's forcing a change within me. It's forcing a change. And I don't know if this change is good. I don't know if it's bad either. But parts of myself are becoming more intensified, more concrete. Other parts of myself, they're disappearing, and I'm shedding them like a snake's skin. In my life, I've gone through many changes. And particularly, mine has been a life of much shame. Most of that shame is self-inflicted. A lot of the time I've spent my life dissatisfied with how I've never really truly fit anywhere. I don't know how to fit in content creation. I don't know how to fit in my relationships. I don't know how to fit in this life. And frankly, I don't think I'm supposed to. That doesn't mean I'm thinking of committing toaster bath or anything like that. That's not what I mean. I mean it as in, I'm becoming more selfish. I'm becoming more conquest-oriented. I'm becoming more wrathful. I internally feel like I have a river of fire and there's a thunderstorm over it. But instead of the water putting the flames out, the fire seems to thrive under the rain. I'm having a moment where my identity is being tested and it's rising, but that rise is forcing me to change, and that stress is making me take it out on the people around me. I can see it, and it sounds like I'm exaggerating because I know that what's actually happening isn't as bad as what I think it is. But the problem is that what's actually happening is that I'm managing to control myself so well to the point where small explosions hint at a very, very turbulent storm inside of me. I didn't even blow up today. I just told my friends that I would go and journal after saying I don't give a fuck, and that was towards just some passing statement. I felt really bad for doing that because I don't feel the same way other people feel. I don't think in just what happened. I think in what happened, and I judge myself for it, and I analyze both what I probably think and what they think all at once. That's how I think. That's how I feel. In a moment, in an instant. That's how I process something. I don't do it one at a time. I process multiple things at once because my brain is capable of doing that, but just because it's capable of doing that doesn't mean it doesn't stress me out. So something small like that, It's not to say that, oh, this small thing happened and I can see my life trending towards a downward spiral. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I am going through a lot of internal, like a very violent internal change. I'm not as happy because of it. I'm much more stressed because of real life stuff and also because of this internal change that I'm going through. I don't know what I'm gonna look like in a month from now, but I feel more confident. I feel both good and angry at the same time. And maybe it's because I'm in a state of survival. Maybe it's because the things that are happening to me right now are waking me up and they're making me feel more ambitious, more motivated, more me, more intense. When I'm tested like that, when life does something like that, typically I change, not to fit the situation, but to rise above it. And right now, I am rising so much farther than I can manage. Internally, I am progressing and changing so fast that externally, what I see is a lack of progress, a lack of momentum, and a constant dissatisfaction. I'm gaining more urgency, but I'm also gaining more confidence. It's weird to describe this feeling because it's not like I've always struggled with urgency and patience, but this time I have urgency and patience at the same time and I want to get stuff done. And here I am, forcing myself to get something done. I've never done something like this before. I've made several channels before, but I've never felt this way, nor have I ever talked like this before. I'm a self-sabotaging perfectionist who's overly introspective and processes too much at once. I'm a very calm and wrathful person who wants to make content and take what I want. I want presence. I want to be observed. I want to be seen. I want success, but success in a way where I grab it by the throat. I'm angry because I want it that badly. I want to feel superior. And internally, I'm going through a drought because my wants are not being met. And this world doesn't function in shoulds. The sun shouldn't, the sun isn't something that should rise tomorrow. The sun rises tomorrow, but it's not promised. Anything can happen. Same thing goes for myself. Same thing goes for my creation. Nothing in this world is guaranteed. Nothing is absolute, although some can be considered absolutes. Even the wisdom of nothing is absolute is also not absolute. Sometimes there are absolutes, sometimes there aren't. Differentiating everything is difficult. What am I even saying at this point? Cognitive dissonance aside, as you can see, I'm very circular right now. I'm pinwheeling. I'm going back and forth and everywhere and scattered when I'm talking. So I really hope that I'm making at least a little bit of sense here. Frustrations, check. I guess we're going with what I want. Like I said, I want to feel superior. I want success in my own way. And I want success in a way that puts others in awe. I want a success that feels like I grabbed it by the throat, but I'm not willing to do anything to make that happen. That's where I fall short. I only want what I want. Nothing more, which means I'm not gonna make drama content. I'm not gonna make AI content. I'm not going to make content that isn't me. I'm not gonna make slop. I want to make content that feels like me, but is also successful. It's like a painter trying to be the next Michelangelo, or Da Vinci. Art isn't guaranteed to feed you, but it's possible to give you so much. It has that potential to give you so much. But that's valuing the fruit over the flower. I've learned that the flower matters much more than the fruit, and the fruit is only a passing reward. The flower, that's what matters more. You'll notice that I speak differently than I do typically in my videos, but that's because this is how I actually speak. This is how I actually talk, especially when I'm alone and when I'm being honest. This is how I speak. This is my authentic self. And it's bizarre. It's bizarre. I've not met many people who speak the way I do. The way I speak, it's as if I'm trying to pretend to be more intelligent. Like I'm peacocking around with my feathers, showing them off like, oh, look at how bright they are. Look at how well I can speak. Oh, you see this big word? Wow. Listen to my voice. Isn't my voice so nice? It's not that I hate the way I sound or hate the way I speak, but let me see if I use this word correctly. I feel alienated. I've only ever really met 1 or 2 people in my life that have matched me mentally, and I'm certain there's more. But even then, it's not to the level that, it's not to the profound level that I'm looking for. Or maybe I'm alienating myself simply because I want to feel special. Maybe they can match me. I don't know. Regardless, I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with the way I look. I mean, some improvement could be there, but hey, that's what being objective is about, right? Noticing what you can work on, but still appreciating what you have. I have that patience. I do. But right now, I'm in a state of survival. And when I'm pushed into a corner, I push back harder. But this time, I'm pushing back so hard that I'm changing because of it. It's no longer about taking my time anymore. But it's also no longer about rushing to get the next video out either. It's like I've completely hit 2 extremes. Either upload consistently all the time as much as possible, or only upload when you want to, when you need to, or when you have to, or when you feel like it. It's neither of those anymore. It's now something different entirely. Now it's, I want to make something that feels like myself, on my own terms. But it's no longer, I no longer have the luxury of patience. I think I've been patient enough. This wrath that I feel, it's urging me to just create and move and keep moving and not stopping. I felt this way for a week straight. That's not usually what happens. At first, I felt like it was a manic episode, but as I kept getting angrier, as I kept getting more dissatisfied until I eventually journaled, I realized that I'm becoming somebody different. In fact, I'm growing. But this growth, the version of myself of the past, it's no longer a cocoon I can fit in. So now I sit here playing Minecraft, trying to voice out my thoughts just to get any semblance of order, because I realize that even if I don't know what content to make, even if I feel like a failure as a content creator, it doesn't really matter much, does it? Because I've been trying to create content since high school. I've been trying to do this almost all my life. I've been trying. And all my life, I've repeatedly failed. And failed. And failed. A life of much shame. So I sit here now, making a video in earnest, talking about how I feel. Because I don't know what to I don't know what to make. I don't know what to make. I don't know what feels like me. I don't know what's good for me. I don't know what's bad for me. I don't know what I like, and I don't know what I don't like. I mean, I at least know I don't want to be inauthentic. I at least know that I don't want to clout chase. But beyond that, beyond the basics, the surface level, I don't know. I'm always stuck in a limbo, pulled in every direction but never going anywhere. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I mean, sadness is a part of it. I'm crying because change hurts. My change hurts. I'm talking about myself. So, I'm hurting because I'm changing. It's not a good or a bad thing. I guess a catharsis? Or maybe I've spent so long trying to keep it together that I'm finally able to relax. For once, I can finally be honest. I'm a lazy guy, but if I like something, I'll do whatever I can to get it done. For the next few days, my content is going to be sporadic. I'm going to try a bunch of different things. I'm going to try to figure myself out. And it's going to be both because I need money, because I want fame, and also because I love the game. Not Minecraft, content creation. I'm in it for the love of the game, and I'm so fixated on finances because I have stuff I want to do. I have people in my life I want to help. I have people in my life I want to help because they've helped me so much. And I want to give it back, but I can't give something I don't have. And I don't care if they're not asking for it. I still want to do it. So that's why I'm talking about external values, because they're accompanied by internal values too. Is that so wrong? Is that shallow?